This contest set for a one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing you first, from Daytona Beach, Florida, weighing 239 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, Steve Skyfire. His opponent from Virginia Beach, Virginia, weighing in today 225 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only David Jericho.
Okay, wrestling fans, thanks for joining us here on IPW Pro Wrestling Home Video. We have a night of action you will not believe tonight. Body Count will take on from ECW the Gangstas, Brad Armstrong, Ricky Morton, Freebird, Terry Gordy, Jumpin' Joey Maggs, and more. We're ready to get underway. I am Alan Barry, along with my broadcast partner for the evening, the boss, Chance Williams.
You got that right, Alan. And I tell you what, right off the bat, I got a match in here that I don't like. We got two fan favorites in here, Dave Jericho and Steve Skyfire. I tell you, I can tell this is going to be boring right off the bat.
Well, that's the thing about IPW Pro Wrestling. It doesn't matter who the fans like or who the fans don't like. If two guys hate each other's guts, we'll put them in against each other. If they respect each other and are friends, hey, we'll put them in. And that's what's going on here. These two guys have wrestled a lot together. They've wrestled against each other. They've also wrestled with each other. Right now, Jericho's got Skyfire in a headlock. Dave Jericho is in the blue, and Skyfire in the black with the red and yellow.
I noticed Opie's our referee for tonight.
No, that's Jamie Tucker, Chance.
Oh, please. That's always interesting. I tell you what, this guy right here, he's cost me more victories than I don't know who has. Opie Taylor, whatever, please.
So you're mad at him because he calls it like it is?
Oh, no, never. It's just slow count after slow count. And then, you know, when the puncher's got him beat, then he'll slow up on his count. And then if the puncher's shoulders to the mat, oh, it's just 1, 2, 3, real quick. Of course, the puncher's never been down for 1, 2, 3, so, you know, I rest my case.
Well, you see, Dave Jericho was talking to Ricky Morton. Ricky Morton's in his corner tonight. Jericho is one half of the new Rock and Roll Express with Ricky Morton. He was trained by Morton. He's been wrestling for about 2 years. They've been teaming up for the past 6 months or so. And I know they're one of your favorite tag teams.
Oh, please. Let me tell you something. Body Count's in the house is all I got to say. You know, Body Count's my new tag team, the 6'8", 320-pound puncher, along with heavy metal Rick Savage, 6'5", 285 pounds, and you're talking about a big, awesome tag team. They're here tonight. Rock and Roll Express, you better get ready, because when we wipe out the Gangstas tonight, hey, you're next.
The tag team scene here in IPW Pro Wrestling is hot and heavy. Teams from all over the country are trying to get in, trying to work their way up the ladder of contention. And right now, Dave Jericho in singles competition is looking pretty good. He's working over the leg right now of Steve Skyfire, and Skyfire's none too pleased about it.
Well, this ought to be a fast-paced match for sure, because, you know, Dave Jericho, he can get flat, get it on in that ring, and trained by Ricky Morton. That's an accomplishment that not many wrestlers can say.
Definitely. One of the select few, and he seems to have been a very good student right now. He's going for the cover. Skyfire kicks out.
Well, I tell you, Ricky Morton, he's been around the block for sure. He's been World Tag Team Champions at least 5 times that I know of, and nice suplex by Dave Jericho.
Well, this is a pretty even match. Skyfire has the size advantage, but I would give the speed advantage to Jericho. And here's a couple of chops. Nice vicious chops, but Skyfire comes right back with a couple of knees, takes him into the corner, comes back with some chops of his own.
Yeah, pretty good ones at that.
Jericho with a rake in the eyes there. That's the thing about IPW. These wrestlers will do whatever it takes to get a victory. We have told our referees to be as lenient as possible in regards to disqualification. We have also eliminated the 10 count outside the ring. Wrestlers exit the ring and want to fight all throughout the building. Well, hey, that's fine by me.
That's what I like about IPW. I don't believe there's no rules in IPW. If they are, I hadn't found them.
Well, I have the rule book. It's on the back of a business card. I tried to fit some rules on there, but there wasn't enough room. All I got to was "there will be," and that was it. So that's the rule book.
Well, that's the way we like it. I'll tell you what, it looks like a surfboard coming up here.
There's surfboard. This is an oldie but a goodie. This has been used throughout the years by some of the all-time greats. It's a submission hold, but if Skyfire doesn't watch out, he may get himself counted out. I do believe his shoulders are down, but Jamie didn't see that.
Well, you know, Jamie was paying attention to Dave Jericho being in the pain that he was, and hey, he forgot to do the count. That's a lucky break for Steve Skyfire, because he would have had to break the hold to get rid of the 3 count. Good grief.
There's a big backbreaker by Skyfire. He's going up to the ropes now. Both of these men are very comfortable in the air. We've seen them spend probably as much time in the air as they have on the mat. Skyfire going for the pin, and Jericho kicks out at 2.
Well, I give these 2 guys credit. You know, I said it was going to be a boring match, but hey, they proved me wrong. Steve Skyfire, he's an up-and-coming star, and Dave Jericho being partners with Ricky Morton, hey, the future is so bright, he's got to wear shades, if you know what I mean.
Well, yeah, that's definitely true. Jericho does have a bright future ahead of him, but I think so does Skyfire. He worked for Smoky Mountain for a little while, about a year and a half ago, and now he's here in IPW Pro Wrestling. He's a definite one to keep your eye on. He's got Jericho now in a bad leg. It's a nice leg drop on the back of his head.
He's feeling the effects of that knee shot to the gut, that's for sure. And Steve Skyfire is taking full advantage of it. You know, they might be friends, but hey, the bottom line here is who gets your hand raised in victory, and hey, that's one that carries home the gold. And the paycheck, too, by the way.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, all's fair in love and war, and here in IPW Pro Wrestling, this is war. Right now, he's got him in the face lock, I believe. Front face lock.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll say this. Anytime you see IPW on the card, you better get there, because it's only the finest wrestling that's allowed to be on TV. The most violent wrestling allowed on television, I can guarantee you that, because the best is yet to come.
Jericho tried to run into the corner, and Skyfire gave him an elbow. Oh, he slipped on the ropes there. Nice moonsault from the second rope. Moonsault from the second rope. You don't see that too often, but just as effective. Uh-oh. Skyfire's getting a little cocky here, I think. He had him down, and he decided not to go for the pin, and he let him get up, and now he's picking him back up. That may be a costly mistake.
You got that right. I tell you what, nice full body snap by Dave Jericho, and here we go for a cover. Yes,
he gets him. Dave Jericho is your winner with the Franken Jericho.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, David Jericho. David Jericho, your winner. From Beautiful City, total combined weight tonight, 445 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, the Beautiful Blondes. Ladies and gentlemen, their opponents from their own private hell. Total combined weight, 500 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, the Headbangers.
Okay, we're set to go with more action here. Chance, this is probably a match you'll like. You were complaining the last match about how 2 of these so-called fan favorites were in the ring against each other. Now we've got two tag teams that are right up your alley. We've got Eddie Golden and Stan Lee, the Beautiful Blondes, taking on Mosh and Thrasher, the Headbangers.
You got that right, Alan. I'll tell you what, I'm excited about this match, because all 4 guys, they don't care what the fans think. The only thing they care about is the payday and championship belts. And hey, they're all 4 good friends of mine, so I hate to see either one of them lose, just to be honest with you.
Well, the Blondes have held tag team titles throughout the Southeast, Southern States Wrestling, Tennessee Mountain, titles in the Carolinas and in northern Georgia. They are no strangers to tag team wrestling, and neither are the Headbangers.
Yeah, you know, the Blondes, they're more of the independent scene, and Mosh and Thrasher, they've had to break into the big time. And I tell you what, with the skirts, I'm not going to argue with them, because a man has got enough guts to wear a skirt. Hey, he's got more guts than I've got, I can tell you that.
Well, the Headbangers, an interesting story. Both of them were trained at the Monster Factory in New Jersey by Larry Sharp, where wrestlers such as Bam Bam Bigelow and Tatanka were trained. And you know who trained Mosh?
I have not a clue.
Thrasher.
Huh, interesting. Who cares?
At one point, Larry Sharp opened a second Monster Factory in Florida, and Thrasher took over the training duties, and he found this kid Mosh and liked him enough that they decided to team up. They worked up in the WWA, then they went down to Smoky Mountain, and they've been in the WWF as of late. Right now, he's got a arm lock on him, and he throws him down on the mat. I think there was a hair pull around.
Well, I didn't see it. Apparently my monitor's acting up. But you know what? Back to that little story you was telling me. Who was Tatanka?
Tatanka was in the WWF. He also wrestled in South Atlantic Pro Wrestling. He was the champion there. He beat Robert Fuller for the SAPW belt. Whatever happened to him?
I don't know. I think he's on some farm somewhere. But I can tell you one thing about Tatanka. I think he's unemployed.
I heard he was working at Disneyland, Robert Fuller.
That's pretty good, Alan. That's my job, you know.
All right, back to the action right now. Both teams are very tentative, almost to the point, you know, where they don't want to lock up with each other because they know each other is a great team, and they're almost afraid to get themselves out. Now Mosh almost got himself in trouble, but Thrasher ducked out of the way, and Stan hit his own partner.
Yeah, it's sort of strange because usually the Blondes are outsmarting the other opponents, and here Mosh and Thrasher, they look like they graduated from 3rd grade and they're outsmarting the Blondes. So, hey, go figure. IPW, you never know what's going to happen.
It is completely unpredictable, and you do have to remember, in the world of professional wrestling, all it takes is 3 seconds. And the tide can turn, and you can find yourself going to the loser's end of the pay window. Referee for this match is James McHone out of Charlotte. And right now, Thrasher's got him, he's got the legs hooked, and he's also pulling back on the arms there. That's got to hurt.
Eddie Golden in a lot of pain, as you can tell by the expression on his face. Thrasher rolls him over. Here's a... No, sir, I thought he had him down for a 3 count that quick.
Now there's a rake of the eyes. A couple of big boots to the midsection there, and Thrasher's got him where he wants him, picks him up, nice body slam.
He must have got 8 feet in the air on that.
Eddie Golden went for the tag, but he went to the wrong corner, and Mosh showed him that he probably shouldn't do that in the future.
Well, I'll tell you what, Eddie Golden is in a world of trouble because he's used to taking the shortcuts, if you know what I mean. Now he's in there with a tag team that's just a little bit more violent than they are. So, hey, nice clothesline off the top rope, by the way.
Nice double team maneuver by the Headbangers. Here's a count. Golden kicks out at 2. And Stan tried to get in the ring, so Mosh gave him the 1 score.
Well, as usual, the referee giving the Blondes a hard time, and the Headbangers, they're just outsmarting them. That's bottom line. Got him draped over that top rope, and Eddie Golden is in trouble. Oh, my goodness. Come down hard on his back.
Who'd have thought the Headbangers could actually outsmart anyone? That is rather surprising, although
It's a scary thought.
they are using some good wrestling holds here. Got him again in a front face lock. You know, I think a lot of these wrestlers have watched some of the shoot wrestling from over in Japan and in the United States, the Ultimate Fighting Championship, because I see more and more wrestlers incorporating some of the holds you see on those shows in the pro wrestling ring, and they've had varying degrees of success. But here's an old pro wrestling favorite, the nice chop. Whips him in the turnbuckle. Golden reverses it and connects with a nice backdrop. Big boot to the midsection.
Reckon Wahoo taught him to chop like that.
I don't know.
The king of Jericho. Need I say more? Is Wahoo even wrestling anymore? Does he work for IPW or what?
Wahoo does not work for IPW Pro Wrestling. I doubt you'll see him in the future, but he is still working around the Carolinas, although I do believe he is on a retirement tour. Right now, he's working a farewell show in some of the cities throughout the Carolinas. In Washington, North Carolina on March 9th, he's having his retirement match in Washington, taking on Billy Black, who you will see in action here later on tonight against Freebird Terry Gordy.
I'll tell you what, I don't like giving the old-timers such a hard time because, you know, that a lot of them's good friends of mine, but I tell you right now, it's time for the new generation to take over. You know, the WWF, they've been saying that for a long time, and I believe it 100%. Get rid of all these old, washed-up has-beens and bring up the new guys.
Well, this right here, this is one of the Blonde's favorite maneuvers, Eddie Golden raking the arm of Thrasher. And they really like that move. They do it a lot, a great double-team maneuver as Stan distracts the ref. And yes, it's illegal, but you do have to give them credit for using the double-team aspect, which is a big thing here in tag team wrestling. And they're going for it again. He's got Thrasher by the arm, and Stan distracting the ref and Mosh. And Eddie, he might tear that arm off.
I'll tell you what, the Blondes have reversed this for sure. Now they're outsmarting the Headbangers. But hey, you know, the Headbangers together, if you combine them together, they might have a 6th grade education. So hey, you know, give them a break.
Well, yes, that's true, but in the wrestling ring, they definitely know the ropes, and I think the Blondes are. Wait a second, Thrasher's reversed it. I can't see. Eddie's he's yanking his own partner's arm.
Eddie, turn around, please. Quit making a fool out of yourself.
And now Thrasher and Mosh, they're outside the ring, right in front of Eddie, as he's pulling his own partner's arm. Eddie, there.
Eddie has found his partner right behind him with a injured arm at this point. And Mosh and Thrasher, they're just laughing about it.
I tell you, you never know what to expect here in IPW Pro Wrestling. Eddie Golden and Stanley, I don't know. That's the second time they've accidentally hit each other or put moves on each other. You know, if I was Stan, I wouldn't be too pleased about that.
Well, I blame this whole situation on the referee. He should have told Eddie Golden what he was doing.
Now that was uncalled for. Thrasher showing off to some of the fans at ringside, showing them his toolbox, I believe.
His toolbox. I tell you what now, Thrasher, he's one to not take example from. You know, kids ought to look up to him. You know, try to be like Thrasher when you grow up.
I do want to say that the comments of the boss, Chance Williams, do not necessarily reflect the views of IPW Professional Wrestling, and kids, don't listen to him. He does not know what he is talking about. Mosh with a big body slam. Tide has turned for sure after that backfire, and for good measure, just in case, he gives Eddie Golden a nice elbow.
That was a nice elbow drop. I tell you what, you know, the Headbangers, they got the look, and they wear skirts to the ring and all these heavy metal bands on their T-shirts, but I tell you what, now the boys can wrestle, there's no doubt about it.
Oh, most definitely. And right now you see Thrasher going up to the ropes. Mosh, they're both going up to the ropes. Again, having a little trouble on the ropes here. Now what are they doing? Thrasher picked Mosh up and slammed him on top of Stan there. Nice double team maneuver. I've never seen that before.
Now, I tell you what, this is what I don't agree with. If you got him down for a 3 count, you better take it, because the IPW can reverse on you in a heartbeat.
Definitely, and this is the second straight match we've seen wrestlers do that. In the first match, it backfired against him, and now Stan with a big boot. It looks like it may have the same result here in this bout. Stan's got him now. Oh, a nice neck breaker. Yeah, I picture Stan with darker hair. He could pass for the honky-tonk man.
The honky-tonk man.
That's a little shake, rattle, and roll he put on Mosh.
Well, that's another king of Jericho. You put him in Wahoo, you can have a Jericho on a pole match.
Now the Blondes with the double team maneuver and throw Mosh. They're keeping Mosh in their corner, and that is one of the keys of success to tag team wrestling. Because if you cut the ring off in the center, it's impossible for Mosh to get over and make the tag, and you can tag in and out, keep yourselves fresh while Mosh gets tired. Now he's got him in a headlock. Mosh gets up to his feet, throws him into the ropes, and a big knee to the midsection there.
And Eddie Golden is feeling the effects of it, that is for sure. And I tell you what, coming up on the card, who all we got? Brad Armstrong, we've got Terry Bam Bam Gordy, Billy Black, Body Count, the Gangstas. Nice power slam by Mosh.
And don't forget, Jumpin' Joey Nags is in the house.
The WCW fan favorite, Hulk Hogan, Hulkamania running wild here at IPW.
I'm telling you, WCW stars, I don't know if they're looking for a layout, but Joey's definitely wrestling here in IPW, and who knows, you may see some other WCW wrestlers here in the future. Nice double team maneuver by the Headbangers there.
Well, I'll guarantee you one thing. If you won't see no squash matches here in IPW, all you see is the finest competition, and I tell you what, Hulk Hogan, stay in WCW is all I got to say.
Well, all 4 men are in the ring, but now Thrasher and Stan work their way outside the ring. And it's Eddie and Mosh. Eddie's got him, throws him into the ropes, going for a backflip, but he telegraphed that. And Mosh was able to give him a knee to the head. Now he's got him up. Oh, this is the Headbangers' patented double team maneuver. This is called the stage dive. If our cameraman was not a drunken fool, you would have been able to see that wonderful maneuver. But trust me, it was a good one.
Wake him up, he was asleep.
See, that's the problem when you run a show in a bar. So I don't know. We'll have to see what happens.
Bartender, take that alcohol away.
Our cameraman is officially cut off for the night. Here you see David Young. David Young, real up-and-comer, and he's going to be taking on WCW's own Jumpin' Joey Mags.
Why do they call him Jumpin' Joey Mags anyway? I know, you know, like Joey Magwill, I understand that's his nickname, but what's the deal with the Jumpin'?
Ladies and gentlemen, David Young. His opponent from Baltimore, Maryland, making his way into the IPW from WCW. Ladies and gentlemen, weighing 222 pounds, it's Jumpin' Joey Mags.
Well, maybe we'll see exactly why they call him Jumpin' Joey here in a little bit. Taking on David Young. David Young is one half of the Tennessee Bad Boys, who are another tag team that may be coming into IPW Pro Wrestling in the future. It's David Young and Bobby Hayes.
Yeah, I hadn't seen Bobby in a while on any cards here lately, and I tell you what, I think he's spending most of his time down in Georgia looking for competition in that area, and I tell you what, around the Atlanta area, I don't see anything happening.
Yeah, there really isn't much going on in Georgia. But that's the thing about IPW Pro Wrestling. Yes, we are based in North Carolina, but we've got wrestlers tonight from Tennessee, from North Carolina, from Georgia. We've got the Gangstas from out west. We've got Terry Gordy from Bad Street, Atlanta, GA. We scoured the country, find the best wrestlers we could and bring them to you right here in your living room or wherever you're watching this kid.
Oh, I see Opie's back, the referee. Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. Jumpin' Joey Mags, I tell you what, he's got whipped into the ropes, and David Young goes down hard. Now see, this is what Jumpin' Joey Mags is known for. He goes for the cover every time. Now you won't see him, you know, taking a cheap way out. That's one thing I like about this guy. If there's a 3 count to be made, he'll take it.
Well, you know, in the last 7 years in WCW, his chances, you know, times when he actually had his opponent on the mat and able to pin him were so rare that he was able to learn that when you do have that opportunity, you better go for it.
This is for sure.
But again, going back to the tag team aspect, Joey Mags is also part of a tag team now in WCW with Pitbull, Craig Pittman, a former champion amateur wrestler in college and also in the Marines.
But there again, who cares about WCW? You know, IPW, that's where it's at. I'm telling you right now, finest competition here in IPW. We're here at O'Sullivan's in Asheville, North Carolina, and I tell you what, anytime you see it, you better get a ticket because it's the best thing going today.
If you're in North Carolina and you're going to a wrestling show, if you don't see the letters IPW on the marquee, you're going to see nothing but a bunch of jobbers.
That and off-duty mill workers. Overweight at that.
Okay, well, David Young taking it to Joey Mags right now. Mags is used to the soft competition elsewhere, and he might have underestimated this young kid. No pun intended.
Well, you know, when you get that so-called break and go into the so-called big time, you know, WCW, where the so-called big boys play, you know, you get a little soft, and you're used to the real soft style of wrestling. You come out in these independent shows, and hey, these young kids, if they want a break, man, they'll do whatever it takes, if it's to hit you in the head with a chair or whatever, to get that 3 count. Speaking of 3 counts, that was a close one right there.
Yeah, another close 3 count scored by Joey Mags. Again, taking advantage of a pinning situation. Now David Young takes him over and works him into a headlock.
And I'll tell you another thing about IPW. Chairs are legal, as far as I'm concerned anyway. I mean, I don't see nobody telling the puncher to put it down. So, hey, when he smacks you upside the head with a chair and the blood trickles, you won't see us stopping the match.
Would you tell the Punisher to put the chair down?
Well, I can, but I pay him. You know, he makes 25%, you know.
He makes... I'm going to have a little talk with the Punisher.
You better not, or I'll turn him on you. You know, he gets 25%, I get 75%. That's fair. I have to do all the work, you know.
I don't know. I don't see you in the ring during Punisher's matches. I pretty much see you running around outside trying to collect phone numbers from the fans.
Well, this is true, but there's a lot of paperwork to be done.
Paperwork, that's it. I was misunderstood. But Young really cinching this headlock in. Did you know in 1913 the New York State Athletic Commission actually banned the headlock?
No, sir.
Yes, this was during the days of Ed Strangler Lewis, who literally squeezed the life right out of you when he clamped that on. You may take it lightly, but a headlock is nothing to laugh about. Oh, right here, David Young going for an aerial maneuver, and Joey Maggs moved out of the way, and I think David Singing Boys just went up a couple of notes on that one.
This is for sure, and jumping Joey Maggs. It looks like he's got things under control at this point.
Well, Joey is a definite veteran of this sport. In addition to WCW, he has worked for independent organizations up in Maryland and Virginia. Down south, he worked in the USWA as part of Eddie Gilbert's Mafia many years ago. He's held tag team titles throughout the South, singles titles as well, and he's looking for some more gold.
Speaking of voices going up a notch or two, Jumpin' Joey Maggs just felt the effects of the low blow by David Young, and hey, I call it like I see it.
Well, turnabout is fair play as far as I'm concerned. And now Joey going for a schoolboy here. 1, 2, 3. He got him. Joey Maggs gets the pin.
Joey Maggs, your winner. Ladies and gentlemen, this match is set for a 1-fall, 30-minute time limit. Introducing you first, from the Badlands, weighing 245 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, Billy Black. His opponent from Bad Street, USA, weighing 275 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, Freebird Terry Gordy.
Okay, bartender.
For this match, James McComb.
Bartender, cut off our ring announcer too, please. We're back with more action. Freebird Terry Gordy set to take on Billy Black, and these two definitely have a history. It's been a while since they've taken on each other, but over in Japan, in the All Japan Wrestling promotion, they fought each other many a time, usually in tag team matches. Gordy would team up with Dr. Death Steve Williams, and Billy Black would team up with Joel Deaton.
Well, I tell you what, I've been looking forward to calling Terry Gordy's match. Terry Gordy, he's a veteran of this sport for sure, former Freebird, Michael Hayes. Whatever happened to Michael Hayes anyway?
I don't know. I think Home Shopping Network, something like that. I seem to recall him selling some sort of cheesy merchandise.
Yeah, I seen him hawking T-shirts on some network the other night, but that's needless to say. Bad boy Billy Black, and you talking about a guy that can flat get it on in the ring. You was talking about shoot fighting a while ago. Well, this guy right here, he is the expert.
I'm telling you, both these two have extensive experience in Japan, and we should see some brutal action here in this match. We've had some great high-flying action in our first match. We had some great mat wrestling, and this one's just going to be an all-out war.
I was talking to Billy Black, and he told me he lived in Japan for a couple of years, and I know Terry lived over there for at least 3 or 4.
Yeah, that's true. In addition to wrestling over there, they lived over there, and when they weren't wrestling, they were training with some of the best shoot fighters Japan has to offer. Now, Billy Black, don't let his size fool you. He can get up there on the top rope. He's as comfortable in the air as just about anyone. But for now, he's keeping it on the ground. He's got an arm lock on Gordy here.
Well, I tell you what, Terry Bam Bam Gordy, the credentials this guy's got is incredible. Tag team partners with the Freebirds, like I said before, but then he tagged up with Dr. Death Steve Williams, went to Japan, took every title they had, and Terry Gordy, you're a legend in my book.
And Terry Gordy was also one of the dominant singles wrestlers over in Japan, holding the Triple Crown Championship on more than one occasion, and that is probably the most prestigious title in the world, a combination of 2 world titles in Japan and the NWA International title. Some of the greatest wrestlers of all time have held that belt. Terry Gordy, Stan Hansen, Dr. Death Steve Williams, Jumbo Tsuruta, Mitsuharu Misawa. Very select group of people.
You got that right for sure. You know, Abdullah the Butcher, is he going to make his way to IPW? You know, he was always one of my favorites.
I hope not. I mean, things are bad enough when you've got the Gangstas and the Punisher in here. Last thing we need is someone like Abdullah.
You know, I just had an idea. I might contact the Butcher and see if he's interested in coming up and being part of Body Count. Wouldn't that be interesting?
Interesting is an understatement to say the least, Chance.
Between him and you, Jack, there'd be enough chairs slung in here to fill an auditorium.
Yeah, well, I'll if that ever happens, I'll be sure to tell O'Sullivan's to hide all the forks.
This is true, and I tell you what, another thing, we'll move the broadcast booth upstairs.
Yeah, well, I think Abdullah brings his own forks. But there's a nice uppercut by Black. He goes for the cover, and Gordy kicks out, takes him into a front face lock here. Squeezing the life right out of him. You can tell, you can see it in Terry Gordy's face. This is no rest hold. This is Terry Gordy getting the life squeezed out of him. He takes him over into a pinning combination. Now body scissors.
Terry Gordy feeling the effects of this move, that is for sure. And bad boy Billy Black, I tell you what, if he gets a pinfall here, it won't be a surprise to me. This could go either way.
Well, Black is employing an interesting strategy. He's instead of concentrating on one part of the body, he is working on different parts of the body using submission holds and just trying to overall wear down Gordy, take limb by limb, organ by organ, wear it down until the point that Gordy can't even move anymore. And I guess they'd have to call the match then.
This is for sure, and you know, he's got him in this body scissors here, and that's cutting the oxygen off to the lungs, and I'll tell you what, this will get you tired in quick.
Well, Gordy now powering out of it. Gordy, known for his strength, he's always been one of the great big men this sport has seen, and he's able to get out of it, and now he gets him in the toe hold, and Black's in the ropes. They're going to have to break this up.
Looked like he was stepping in to try to turn him over into a scorpion deathlock, but I don't know if that's going to be the case or not.
But Black was right by the ropes, so real smartly he reached out and grabbed him, and the hold is broken, and now they're both back up on their feet.
By the way, is that what that's called, the scorpion, or did that other guy name that?
I'm not sure the official name of it. I guess it depends on which wrestler uses it. So if Terry Gordy used it, we could call it the free shooter.
You got it. We actually agree on something. I can't believe it.
The Bam Bam Deathlock.
Oh, that's even better. Well, I tell you what, our referee's down to see if Terry Gordy wants to give it up, and I can tell you right now that's never going to happen. You could rip his arm off and he would still keep fighting.
I don't think Gordy knows the meaning of the word no. Then again, I'm not sure if he even knows the spelling, but that's another story.
That, plus I'm not going to ask him, so there you go. He's a little bit bigger than me and you.
Yeah, definitely. And now Black, with a nice maneuver, basically catapulted himself into Terry Gordy's face. Now goes for the cover. Gordy kicks out. I think Black hesitated a little too long before making that pin attempt. Back to what we've been saying all along. When you've got a wrestler down on the mat, you need to go for the cover right away. Black going in for a shoulder block before he moved out of the way, and Black goes crashing into the turnbuckle and then back down to the canvas. Big smash into the turnbuckle by Gordy. And now he's going to fling him into the other corner. Comes in with a big clothesline.
That was a vicious clothesline, too. Bad boy Billy Black is feeling the effects of one Terry Gordy, and I tell you what, this keeps swinging back and forth, and just like I said before, whichever one comes out the victor, it won't be a surprise.
Definitely. A lot of people would be surprised if Black ended up winning this match, considering an upset, but I would not be surprised either. Now Gordy going for the pin after a big clothesline, but Black gets his feet on the ropes. Black definitely very ring savvy. He knows where he is at any moment in time. He knows how far he is from the ropes, and if he's in a position where he can break the pin, he does it. Now here, he stuns Terry Gordy, picks him up, big body slam. Goes for an elbow drop. Gordy moves out of the way. Gordy's slow getting up on his feet, but he gets up before Billy. Now whips him into the ropes. Black reverses it. DDT by Gordy. And he goes for the cover.
And that is all, folks.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, Freebird Terry Gordy.
Hard-fought match, but Terry Gordy comes out on top in the end. Here you see Brad Armstrong on his way to the ring for our next match here on IPW Pro Wrestling from O'Sullivan's in Asheville, North Carolina. Brad going to be taking on Ricky Morton, one half of the world-famous Rock and Roll Express, in what should be an absolutely incredible match.
Well, you got that part right, and this is one match that I look forward to witnessing in person. And Brad Armstrong, what an athlete. This guy's done everything there are to do in this business. Ricky Morton, on the other hand, hey, he might not have the body that Brad Armstrong's got. He might not be in the gym every day, but I guarantee you, when you talk about going toe-to-toe, he can do it.
I'm telling you, it's matches like this that make me proud to be involved in the sport of professional wrestling.
You got it. Smoking Joe is our ring announcer, by the way.
From Atlanta, Georgia, weighing 245 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, Brad Armstrong. And his opponent from Nashville, Tennessee, one half of the famous Rock and Roll Express, weighing 230 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, Ricky Morton.
Okay, we're set to go here with this match. Interesting in that Dave Jericho is not accompanying Ricky Morton to ringside. Now, one thing you didn't see at the end of our first match with David Jericho and Steve Skyfire, after the match, the two of them shook hands. And then Skyfire went to shake Ricky Morton's hand, and Ricky just sort of walked off. So I don't know what's going on. There may be some dissension in the camp of the Rock and Roll Express. And when you're in the ring against someone like Brad Armstrong, you definitely need to have all your focus on the matter at hand. And you definitely do not need any distractions.
Well, you got this right, that is for sure. But you know, Ricky Morton, he is the veteran, like I said before. And hey, you know, Steve Skyfire, Dave Jericho, they got a lot to learn in this business to keep up with Brad Armstrong and Ricky Morton. So therefore, I guess, you know, Dave Jericho didn't feel like he needed to come to the ring, which in my opinion, he needs to be out there watching these two veterans go at it. Then he might learn something.
Definitely. Morton now working over the arm of Brad Armstrong, the left arm.
Speaking of that, this is a match that any wrestler can learn from, because I'm telling you, Brad Armstrong, without a doubt, is the greatest wrestler, in my opinion, that's been in this business in a long, long time. He just hasn't got the, you know, the marketability of WCW would like to present.
Well, you know, WCW really misused him in his stay there. They, one point he was the light heavyweight champion, but then they decided to eliminate that title. Then at the beginning of 1995, they were going to reinstitute it with the cruiserweight division. That never got off the ground, so Brad just took off, went to Smoky Mountain Wrestling, where in short order he won the heavyweight title there from the Nature Boy, Buddy Landell.
Well, it's a little different in Smoky Mountain Wrestling because it's not who you know. You know, it's what you can do in the ring, and Brad Armstrong can put anybody's shoulders to the mat for 1, 2, 3 on any given night if he can get him in that one particular hold that he does so well, and that is the Russian leg sweep.
Russian leg sweep, definitely the strong point of Brad, but then again, that's what we do here in IPW. We don't play favorites. Once again, we've got two of the so-called fan favorites squaring off against each other and putting on a definite wrestling display, a wrestling exhibition for all the fans in attendance here tonight. How many reversals have we had so far? I think we're already in double digits.
Yeah, I've already lost count. And I'll tell you one thing, this is a referee's dream match here, because you won't see any hair pulling, you won't see any shortcuts in this match. This is just head-to-head wrestling. Hey, every now and then, that's what I like to see.
Well, now they lock up again, and Morton backs Brad into the ropes. Probably see a clean break here. Well, maybe not. You know, sometimes when you're in the ring, the adrenaline starts flowing, and you'll do whatever it takes to win.
Well, it's like I said before, you know, money's the bottom line in this business, championship titles, and hey, if you got the championship title around your waist, that means more money. So the only way you can get that is to win every match that you get into, because they're not even going to, here at IPW, they're not even going to look at you as a title contender if you're not winning every match.
Well, now there's a slap to the face by Morton. That's the second time we've seen Morton back Brad in the ropes and not give him a clean break.
Well, I like that too. You know, that shows Morton's got a little guts, if you know what I'm talking about. He backed Brad up, and Brad didn't want to, you know, break too easy, so he smacked him in the face. What's wrong with that?
Well, there's a shot to the head there. Might have busted Brad's nose open. Runs him into the turnbuckle, but Brad reverses it. Takes Morton into the turnbuckle.
Now, here's Morton calling a timeout, and I agree with this 100%. What's wrong with timeouts in wrestling?
There are no timeouts in professional wrestling. There is no reason for it. There's no need for it. Ricky Morton is just stalling. He's trying to, he's using psychological warfare on Brad. He's basically using everything he knows in this match against Brad Armstrong, and definitely to take someone like Brad Armstrong and put his shoulders to the mat for the 1, 2, 3, you're going to need to use everything in your arsenal. Of course, I didn't know that a hair pull was in Ricky Morton's arsenal until just now.
Well, all I seen was Brad roll up his fist and fixing to hit Ricky Morton, and hey, Ricky Morton jerked him down by the hair.
I don't. Are we watching the same match, Chance?
Apparently not. You know, you got that old black and white monitor over there, that old piece of junk they give you. You know, you got to be a star like me and get the color monitor, the new one.
I'm telling you, you got that hooked up to a satellite. You're not even. You're not even watching the match. You're watching. What channel is that?
WCW.
The truth comes out, fans.
It's the Clash of the Champions. Sorry. Well, they all know out watching this match that was a joke for sure, because believe me, WCW don't hold a candle to IPW.
I'm telling you, when two athletes like Ricky Morton and Brad Armstrong are in the ring together, there's no need to turn the channel. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this match degenerating into fisticuffs. Now, I think Brad has finally had enough, and he's fighting back with a vengeance. Came up on the short end of the stick and mat exchange, and Ricky is not going in for the attack. He's hesitating and almost taunting the fans.
Are we seeing a new side to Ricky Morton? I can't believe this. I tell you what, me and Ricky Morton are going to have a talk after this match, because looks like to me he's seeing things my way.
I don't know. Brad Armstrong outside the ring now, and trying to get back in. Now Morton's going to come out to the ring after him.
How many times have you seen this in professional wrestling, that Ricky Morton would actually go outside the ring and use a closed fist right on the nose of Brad Armstrong? I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Now remember, there is no 10 count here in IPW Pro Wrestling when the wrestlers leave the ring. The referee does have the discretion of disqualifying if after repeated attempts to get the action back in the ring, it does not do so. And there's a big body slam by Brad. Goes into the ropes. Misses with an elbow drop. Ricky Morton right back up to his feet, but he's hurting for sure. And that big slam gives him a knee to the back.
Well, I think they're both feeling the effects of this match. And I tell you what, Ricky Morton is hurting in the back area, the lower back area, it looks like. And Jamie Tucker's checking the
spina bifida lumbar lower bifida region, right? Right, Gorilla?
Yeah, that sounds good to me, Gordon.
We're going to see a clubber in tonight?
Please, Dusty. Well, since we've made fun of everybody in the broadcasting industry, and
oh my God!
Let's get back to this match, please. Even I have morals, you know. Making fun of too many people, especially when they deserve to be made fun of.
Well, you know, they bring it on themselves. But right here, there's a headlock, and Brad throws him into the ropes. And goes under, and Morton took advantage of that and gave him a nice DDT down to the mat. And I think he's going to go for the pin here.
Did you hear Morton? He said, "This is it." No, sir.
You're not going to pin a man like Brad Armstrong without hooking the legs.
See, now there's Ricky Morton complaining about a slow count. I told you a while ago, referee Opie is the world's worst about slow count.
His name
Opie,
is
whatever.
Jamie.
Who cares?
Now going for a suplex. Brad reverses it, rolls him up, and Morton kicks out of two. And Morton comes up with a big clothesline as both men get to their feet. And again, does not hook the leg.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is an interesting match to say the least. I can't believe it. You know, you got two so-called fan favorites in here, and Ricky Morton, he's taking every shortcut in the book, and hey, I caught it like I see it.
Well, definitely a surprising turn of events here. I'm not really sure what's going on. I guess, you know, when it comes to winning, being the winner or being the loser, anything goes. Morton now throws him into the ropes, going for an arm drag. Brad reverses it. Going for a backslide, only got a 2 count. Oh, there's a vicious rake in the eyes by Morton.
I'll tell you what, this is the closest match that I've called in a long time, and Ricky Morton, hey, he's taking a few shortcuts, but the bottom line is who's going to get the 3 count and to go home with the winner's share of the purse. And here's Brad giving a low blow himself.
No, that was clean. That was in the lower section of the stomach there, and so was that.
Yeah.
And now Brad is pretty mad. Brad's definitely fired up. Big whip into the turnbuckle and a big backflip there, backdrop. And again, Morton trying to call timeout. There are no timeouts in pro wrestling. Brad is going to show him that fact with another smash on the turnbuckle. We've hit the 10-minute mark here. 30-minute time limit. This one may go all the way.
Hard whip into the ropes. Here's Ricky Morton.
He's got his feet on the ropes.
He got him. I can't believe it.
He rolled him up and he had his feet on the ropes.
I love it.
The referee didn't see it, but so he's going to raise Ricky's hand. But we have seen a side of Ricky Morton.
Body counts in the house, baby.
Okay, we're back. My broadcast partner, the boss, Chance Williams, is accompanying his new tag team to ringside. It's his body count, consisting of 6'8", 320-pound Punisher, and his new partner, heavy metal Rick Savage. And I don't believe Savage is just as big as the Punisher. Their opponents tonight have been banned and kicked out of more wrestling federations than you've probably ever even heard of. New Jack and Mustafa Saeed, the Gangstas. This is going to be out of control. That's for sure. This is Body Count's first match together, but already they are one of the most talked about tag teams here in the South. Punisher and heavy metal Rick Savage teaming up. They've spent the last few months wrestling against each other, and now they're on the same side. And I'm glad that our broadcast area here is far away from the ring, because this is going to get ugly. You see the Gangstas. That's New Jack in the front with the red bandana, and his partner Mustafa Saeed following behind him, and their manager for this match. New Jack has a noose, and I believe he's taunting Body Count with it.
This contest is the main event. It's tag team action, one fall, with a 1-hour time limit. Introducing you first, from South Central Los Angeles, total combined weight 495 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, New Jack, Mustafa Saeed, the Gangstas. Their opponents, total combined weight 535 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, it's Body Count. Accompanied to the ring by Chance the Boss Williams.
More like Chance the Freddy Cat Williams. New Jack went outside the ring, and Chance, I've never seen him move that fast in my life, let me tell you that. But New Jack trying to taunt Body Count with a noose. I don't know what it takes to intimidate someone like Punisher or heavy metal Rick Savage, but it did not seem to work in this instance. Now the referee checking Mustafa. Trying to check New Jack. New Jack wants no part of this. Finally he consents, and referee didn't find anything, but I don't know how hard he looked. New Jack definitely not one of the scientific clean-cut stars. In fact, none of these guys are. Heavy Metal Rick Savage used to be, but now that he's with that weasel, the boss, Chance Williams, I definitely have lost some semblance of respect for the man. New Jack talking to the fans here. This match is underway. 60-minute time limit. And New Jack telling the referee something. And we're ready to go. Punisher's ready to go, and New Jack seems to want no part of 6'8", 320-pound Punisher. Finally, it looks like we're going to get some action. New Jack, and here's the collar and elbow lock up. Punisher grabs him in a headlock and squeezing. The veins bursting. The veins definitely popping up on New Jack's head. And New Jack gets him in the ropes and tries to throw him off. Punisher held on. I don't know if New Jack's going to be able to break this hold. Finally gets out of it, but that didn't help much, and New Jack decides to take a powder. Gangstas, former North Georgia Tag Team Champions, defeated the team of Lee Thomas and Scott Studd. Lee Thomas is someone you'll probably be seeing in IPW Pro Wrestling in the future. I don't know whatever happened to Scott Studd. I think he works for the U.S. Postal Service or the U.S. Mail or American Mail or something like that. They also were the Tag Team Champions in Smoky Mountain Wrestling. They won that over the Rock and Roll Express, the original Rock and Roll Express, that is, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson. And they've been spending some time lately up in Extreme Championship Wrestling out of Philadelphia. Again, they tie up, and this time New Jack works Punisher into the corner and gives him a big knee to the midsection. Big Greco-Roman knuckle sandwich there. Good amateur move. Headbutt. And he's got the big man reeling. But Punisher reversed that, takes him up for a big body slam. Throws him down to the mat. In comes Mustafa. Punisher takes care of him too. And in comes Heavy Metal Rick Savage and the Gangstas once again. Take it outside the ring to get a breather. Now, Rick Savage is a 5 or 6 year veteran of the sport. One time he was in the NWA as one half of the Hard Riders. He's also worked in the USWA out of Memphis. He's worked in Dallas, and he's worked all over the Southeast as of late. He's here in IPW Pro Wrestling, and now he's teaming up with his former arch enemy, if you will, the Punisher. Punisher spent some time in Smoky Mountain Wrestling, North Georgia, several independents around the Georgia, Carolina, and Tennessee area. And finally, New Jack comes back into the ring. We're ready for more action here. Fans giving New Jack a hard time. Wherever New Jack goes, the fans seem to give him a hard time. Remember an incident in Wise, Virginia a couple years back. And New Jack again stalling. Punisher's complaining to the referee, and as well he should. The referee, I told these referees to be lenient, but that didn't mean I want them to just sit back and pick their nose all night. Definitely referee James McCone should be doing something to get the action back. And here we go, another tie-up, and again New Jack works him into the enemy corner. Big elbow to the top of the head there, and now he grabs him and puts him in a face lock. Takes him into the Gangstas' corner. Heavy Metal Rick Savage tries to come in to help his partner, and referee James McCone taking him back while Mustafa is choking Punisher against the second rope there. And there was no tag made there, but referee James McCone did not see that one. Mustafa in the ring now with a big boot to the midsection. And, oh, he got him up. He picks up the big man for a big body slam there. A lot of people underestimate the strength of the Gangstas, but they are definitely some powerful men. Here's a big elbow drop by Mustafa on the Punisher, and I don't know if I've seen the Punisher in a hurting like this in a long time. Gangstas really taking it to him. We have yet to see Heavy Metal Rick Savage in the ring legally, and Mustafa gives him a big punch there, and Savage again, his temper's getting the best of him, and it's getting his partner in a whole world of trouble. As New Jack enters the ring now and takes him over to their corner, and he's got him in the ropes, and Mustafa is taking the referee away, and I think New Jack's got some sort of a foreign object there that he's working on Punisher with. And again, Rick Savage trying to get in the ring to break this up. Rick Savage really hasn't done a lot of tag team wrestling in the last couple of years, so he really, needs to get some more matches under his belt with the Punisher, because at this point, it's not looking good for Body Count. I'll tell you that much in their debut. And boy, if they lose this match, I'm not gonna hear the end of it from Chance. He'll blame it on the referee. He'll blame it on the ring announcer. He'll blame it on the fans. He'll blame it on anyone but himself. And now Punisher getting back up to his feet. But Mustafa gets up first and takes him back down with a big elbow to the back of the neck there. Now Mustafa taunting the Punisher for sure. I don't know if that's a wise move. And comes off the second rope with another big elbow. And now he's taunting Rick Savage again, and again Savage goes in the ring. And they threw him over the top rope. Now remember, in IPW our rules are very lenient. Over the top rope is a legal maneuver here. So even though the referee didn't see it, if he had seen it, there would not have been a disqualification. Now we've got action going on inside the ring and outside the ring. New Jack working on the Punisher outside the ring, right in front of the fans there, and Rick Savage in the ring, and the referee finally gets him out. But Punisher out on the giant Shamrock dance floor here at O'Sullivan's in Asheville, North Carolina. And Mustafa in the ring now, awaiting the Punisher's entrance, who's Punisher given a entrance by New Jack, sort of kicked him into the ring. And Mustafa going for a suplex now, I believe. See if he can get the big man up. Most definitely got him up, that's for sure, and took him right back down. Punisher needs a tag at this point. He's been in there, I'd say we've had about 7 straight minutes without tagging out to his partner. And now Mustafa pushes him into the ropes and gives him a nice shot to the kidneys there. And takes him, whips him into the ropes, and comes off sunset flip. Can he get him over? Yes. 1, 2. Mustafa able to kick out and comes right back up with a big boot. The recuperative powers of the Gangstas are also underestimated. They take a licking and they keep on ticking. Their Punisher made the tag. I don't think the referee saw it though. No, the referee definitely did not see it. He's getting Savage out of the ring. You know, a lot of people say for tag team matches that you need 2 referees, and that may not be the worst idea in the world. Again, throwing the Punisher over the top rope, and I think New Jack has stepped down to take care of him. Rick Savage going over there, and now the Gangstas are in the ring, and body count outside the ring. And the boss, Chance Williams, having a little confab with his troops. Things aren't going the way they planned. But Punisher turns the tables, see if he can get over to make the tag. He's getting up. He's up to his knees. He's trying to find the ropes. He used the ropes to get himself back up. New Jack up to his knees as well. And New Jack is up to his feet and takes him right back down to the ground. Now he's got the leg. He's got the left leg of the Punisher, and that was a low blow for sure. Punisher definitely feeling the effects of that one, no doubt. The Gangstas have basically cut off the ring. They've successfully kept Punisher over towards their corner. Now New Jack taunting Rick Savage, spitting at him. There's no need for that. Savage in the ring, and the ref trying to hold him back. And once again, the Gangstas with an illegal switch, and Mustafa comes in the ring and gives a big forearm smash to Punisher and takes him back down on the mat. Now the referee asking New Jack what happened. I think he's finally wising up to what's going on, but if he can't see it, he can't call it. That's the way it is. There is no instant replay in professional wrestling, and the referee can only call what he sees. What he's seeing right now is a front face lock here by Mustafa on the Punisher, and takes him down on the mat again. Now goes back and picks him up, and Rick Savage has yet to get in the ring legally, and now Mustafa backs him into the corner, whips him into the other corner, coming up for a big shoulder block, but Punisher moved out of the way, and Mustafa is down. You can see Chance Williams at the far end of the ring trying to egg his man on, trying to get the Punisher. Here he goes. We've got a tag. Finally, Punisher's able to tag out. In comes Heavy Metal Rick Savage, taking on both Gangstas. Here's a big body slam on New Jack and Mustafa as well. Heavy Metal Rick Savage cleaning house here. He's been outside for so long, and now he's got all this energy. And he's grabbed New Jack and he throws him out of the ring. Meanwhile, Punisher and Mustafa are going after each other, and they go outside the ring as well. Action is outside the ring at this point in time. There's Mustafa and the Punisher in the front end of the ring, working their way over. In the far corner, you see Heavy Metal Rick Savage and New Jack. And oh, here we go. They're in the third row right now. And we've got Punisher with a chair on Mustafa, a big chair shot on Mustafa. And there's Heavy Metal Rick Savage taking it to New Jack with the chair as well, and referee doing whatever he can. Oh my goodness, the Punisher just took out about 2 rows right there. And New Jack throwing Heavy Metal Rick Savage. They've knocked over one of the ring barriers there, and they've knocked over about 50 chairs so far. Now Mustafa and the Punisher going at it. The referee trying to get them back in the ring. Punisher just gave him a little shove, and now he's working on Mustafa on the ring apron, choking him with the ropes there. And meanwhile, outside the ring, Heavy Metal Rick Savage, big uppercut to New Jack, and big forearm to the back. And now he grabs him, and he threw him into the barrier there. Now he's got a chair. He's got him up against the wall, and he's sticking a chair right in his throat. Now, Rick Savage is pretty mad, and I'd be too. After what's been going on in this match, it's just become just total chaos. Throws New Jack into the ring apron. New Jack's feet are what? The referee just got thrown into the ring post, and the referee is down. This is out of control. I don't know this. I've never seen anything like this. We need to get the other referee. I don't know if he's up there, but our referee is out, and I think New Jack is just over kicking him. You see Punisher and Mustafa. Hey, look at that. They're in the ring. What a concept. What a novel idea. Let's actually wrestle in the ring. There's New Jack and Heavy Metal Rick Savage going at it outside the ring. Punisher throws Mustafa into the ropes, and big backdrop there by Punisher, but Punisher unable to capitalize it, and it really doesn't matter because the referee's out. The referee, you see him there. There's the big leg drop by the Punisher. And I don't know if the referee's up or what's going on. But what's going on? There's the bell.
Referee has ruled this match a double disqualification.
Well, both teams have been disqualified, I guess. Oh my, New Jack attacking the referee. He was definitely not happy with that decision, and I don't blame him. You know, I really let them go. Let them keep going at it. And New Jack, Heavy Metal Rick Savage chased him, and there's the boss, Chance Williams. Where's he been this whole time? I think he was up in the upper levels, running scared. And now that the Gangstas are gone, he comes running in the ring like it's no problem here.
Let's give it up for body count in the ring right now.
An auspicious debut for the new team of Body Count, Heavy Metal, Rick Savage, and the Punisher. They did not win the match, but they didn't lose either. Well, thank you, wrestling fans. It was a great night of wrestling action, and thanks for joining us here on IPW Pro Wrestling. Wait, I'm just receiving word that we have some additional footage here, exclusive for home video. And here comes Sonny. Sonny, show us the footage, please. Thank you. We're back here at the end of the Ricky Morton Brad Armstrong match. I don't know how this didn't get on the tape originally. I think the boss, Chance Williams, didn't want us to see it, but luckily we recovered the footage. And you just saw Ricky Morton get the pinfall over Brad Armstrong, the 1, 2, 3, with using the ropes for leverage. And now Brad's pretty mad. He's trying to explain to the referee what happened. And here comes Dave Jericho. Here comes Ricky's partner. Dave Jericho is now in the ring talking to his partner, Ricky Morton. You see Brad leave the ring. And, Dave looks pretty stunned. I don't think he thought that Ricky Morton would need to stoop to such tactics such as this. You see him trying to talk to Ricky and see what's going on. And now I think he's telling the referee exactly what happened. And he's trying to explain to him what happened. And oh my God! Ricky Morton just leveled his own partner with a clothesline. The man he trained, the man he brought into this sport, he just took him out with a clothesline.